Welcome back, everybody. Demon Souls. Last time, we had to go get our souls, and we talked a bit about games, favorite games. But I'm gonna be kind of reserved about that until points of safety. But if, gee, the Valley of Defilement sure is gross. Expecting some unspeakable atrocity to pop out any minute, and for that reason, let's grab the winged spear. Especially with this narrow chasm. Not much room to negotiate a greatsword. Umbasa. Umbasa to you too, buddy. Might get that tattoo. I'm basically wanting to get a sleeve, which would shock anybody that grew up with me. But a sleeve and put all my favorite stuff on it. Just for fun. Look at great view. Oh yeah, what a view, huh? How are we? Aha. See what I tell you? It's like Blighttown. Oh, Blighttown. This is Blighttown's granddaddy, to be honest. Gotta keep that perspective. Good lord. It's forever. Doesn't bode well. Boss of the dead. I see you. What was that, a rat? Time for getting hurt, they say. No, I got too many souls right now to risk that. Better the devil I know. Okay, good. I was expecting it to be just instant poison. I do not like the look of those. Are y'all the ancestors of those weird clams with legs from the Crystal Caverns? I bet they are. I don't like this. Don't think anybody does. This is crestfallen, huh? Oh, I doubt I'll like what they look like when they're not submerged. Oh boy, I'm really not a fan. Oh, they're not too bad. Still not taking them lightly. I bet they're going to come out and they're bristling with teeth or legs or something nightmarish. Or they're worms. I really don't want to know what these things look like. I feel like I'm about to have no choice. I don't know why they gross me out. So Leechmonger didn't gross me out this much. I think it's just like the unknown of it, like fear of the unknown, and like your imagination coming up with something much worse it could possibly be. And poison. Wait a minute. It doesn't show you a meter? That's some grade A bullcrap. Oh, that's rotten. Range seems to work, though. A lot of knockback, but you know. Oh, while we're taking it slow. Fun fact. My story with Pokemon and with, whoa, my favorite game actually started before I had a Game Boy at all, and I don't mean because I love the TV show, which I did, but that wasn't it. Thing is, as a kid, I was always craving different places, especially different varieties of life, or like varieties of creature. And I mean, I was the biggest, like, I knew all the dinosaurs. That sounds stupid. Let me rephrase that, because there's always going to be more dinosaurs. But like, my favorites were the kind that people could pronounce the name of. I was a dino nut, and I'd be happy to prove it at any point. I still, one of the first things I showed my kids were the dinosaur documentaries I grew up with. Like Walking with Dinosaurs, Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, uh, Gary Owens and Eric Boardman and Gary Owens. The Dinosaur series. Loved those. Adored them. And then, moved on to like when I realized fairly early on that dinosaurs weren't coming back. Well, I got into, other stuff. I got into animals. Well, I was always into animals. But, mythical creatures, stuff like that. And so Pokemon was just like a whole new world. And I'll never forget that morning that I went into, let's see what it says. Welcome to the safe place. Yeah, I bet. Eesh. Oh, they're just like, so they really are just like jellyfish. They're just disgusting. Well, they drop noble lotuses, so. Well, I'm cleaning the house, might as well. Oh, boy. Did not expect that. Well, that's better than I'll be honest, these things are a lot less creepy now. Because I was expecting them, like where those tentacles are, I was expecting those to be long, like anglerfish teeth. They had like a long worm-like body coming out of the mud, swallowing whole. Something out of like, oh, what? Double what? Oh, great. Oh, boy. Weapon damaged. Great. Well, that's why I always rely on at least 2 weapons. Wipe you out. Anyway, this is a lot slower than I was expecting, but not quite as hellish, which is a strange contrast. But yeah, I remember back then Blockbuster was huge, and I only had one game. Well, no. At the time, I didn't have any games. But I remember going into Blockbuster with my grandmother, God rest her, and seeing this book with his big blue dog-looking thing. It looked more like a cat to me, honestly. I completely lost track of my health there. But seeing that big blue dog surrounded by stuff I recognized and stuff I had never seen. Like at that point, I already had a few favorites. Like Nidoking may have been my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Like Nidoking and Lapras and Hitmonlee, that kind of thing. But I remember from the moment I opened it, while she was in in line to return, I think it was some dinky little movie I've never watched. Sweet lady, different tastes from me. Oh, it's a lot of treasure out there that I'm not going to be stupid enough to grab. See ya. I want to go home, huh? Don't we all? Alright. Feeling very... I feel like that's going to be... God, there's so many of them. I feel like they're just obstacles at this point, though, because, like, you can take them out fairly easy. Ow. Okay. That guy was showing me the business. I'm in trouble. Recommend this message. Sure thing, pal. Alright, let me just get through this area and I'll keep talking. And who knows, if y'all don't want to hear this kind of stuff, let me know. You know, it'll come up whenever I'm talking to my kids or my wife, but other than that, if y'all don't want to hear it, I won't bore you with it. But since we're this far, I remember opening it, and it was something I wanted it more than I ever wanted any toy, any other book. It was like something out of a dream. Oh boy. Oh wow. Nice roll, pal. I hate those guys. Let me go ahead and equip fire instead. I feel like that would do more damage. Also, what am I doing on time? Alright. Not hard, it's just tedious. But I remember opening the book right to the beginning, the very start. Like by chance. Like I flipped through because there's a bunch of like tips, tricks, and what's new in this version, etc., etc. And I ended up just by chance flipping right onto the very first uh, guidebook page after all the forwards and table of contents, all that. And there were Chikorita, Totodile, and my ride or die, my favorite Pokemon, Cyndaquil. And from that moment, I was sold, and I begged and begged and begged my grandmother, please, 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 please let me get this. Because, of course, I'm like 8, I don't have any money. You always ask your grandma for stuff. And she took pity on me, sweet lady, and knowing that my dad would not approve, and that my mom would not approve, or like most likely wouldn't, because I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon at home, um, for a very dumb reason. There was literally a commercial where a Labrador licked itself wearing a Pikachu hat, and she thought that, like, God loved my mother. But she was a bit knee-jerk when it came to safety, for better or worse, when we were kids, and thought that was very disrespectful to show, like, a, dog grooming itself in public. But once she got over that, she actually liked it very much. She loved Pokemon Go at the end. But anyway, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. But while I'm battling... Wait. Hold on.
Hello again. I'm
Hey
keeping a
there,
close watch.
stockpile. I got some pile to stock. Alright. Wait a minute,
You
wait a minute.
have a
Why do I
heart
have
of gold.
5 bees? Okay.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
1 second. Let me... Oh, good. I have 2
You have
souls.
a
I can
heart
buy
of
some
gold.
stuff from Patches. Alright, that's enough. Ah, I could have bought another level.
Well, we've long been acquainted.
Yeah, whatever. Consume to reasonably recover. Oh, come on. I'm so dumb. Let's get rid of the soldier's lotus.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Take those. Take that. Take that. Just let me have the rest. But anyway, she bought it, and I brought that thing home, and I devoured it. And I mean, devoured it. I loved that book. Like I carried it around with me everywhere. It was like a teddy bear. It was crazy. And
Nice stuff.
I don't know. It just before I'd ever touched the game, which I think my mom got me for my birthday, right ahead of a beach trip. So I had like a long, long time in the car to just play the game. Um, I knew the world before I got to play, be part of it, and I will never forget it. And it's what I call a time machine because it's one of the few pieces of media that has remained unchanged throughout the years. It's just as wonderful as I remember it, and it shoots me right back to being a kid, which I feel like good games are supposed to do if you meet them at the right time. Is take you back to when you were first enjoying it or remaining fresh. What was it? One of the few things an English teacher took in college, one of the few intelligent bits of information she passed on, was good writing is news that stays new. And by that meaning, if there's a quality to a piece of writing, it doesn't matter how many times you come back to it, you'll find something different and something fresh to enjoy about it or to grow from it. There we go. It must be resistant to pierce because that was a world of difference. There. Oh yeah, and I've got heal. What am I doing? All right, let's hightail it this time. Just run on through. Good, good. Eat that for posterity. Oh man, I was treating that like it was supposed to be a guard cannon. Whoops. Just slurp. All right. Let's see how we're doing on time. But yeah, drop your stories about your favorite games and what they meant to you. I love those kind of, because games, I feel like they ultimately speak more to our, hearts and our, you know, stuff that we might, not openly share, because it's a place of safety, you know? And I want this to be a place, this channel to be somewhere that you can maybe my candor will rub off and you'll be freer to express yourself as I choose to be free to express myself with these videos. But anyway, y'all take care. Hopefully we'll be able to get those souls back and then make our way forward after this, the field of endless death jellyfish. Stay safe till then. Bye.